Hey guys, my name is Cityyak and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines. But today guys, I want to take a look at doing something that I've never ever done before. I feel like this should not be an episode of Dead End. This should actually be a experimental video on the channel. But I'm going to try, and I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to try and create the final remaining industry, which is the woodland industry, without having any forests. Can I? Well, basically, guys, welcome back to the very experimental video right now where we answer the question when no one asks you, can you run an industry on not growing any goods? Basically, all the wood that you would normally chop down to turn into paper or lumber, I'm going to try and import it because recently I've been playing around with all these beautiful different industries that we've got right now. When you take a look at, like, say, like the farming industry, okay, this is not a very good example. Let me see if the oil does it. No. Oh, please don't do this to me right now. Oh, no, okay, right, fine. So sometimes, right, you get that where it imports it because there's not enough of our own production to create the goods for these, buildings and whatnot. So it imports the goods from outside the region. So what I want to find out is it possible, and I'm going to turn this little section right now into it because we haven't really touched upon it in quite a long time, into a forestry industry. But there's going to be no buildings or no kind of stuff where we kind of create the wood. It's going to be storage buildings and production buildings that turn it into paper and planed timber. I'm going to see if that is going to work. Like I said, I think this should have been an experimental video and not implement it into a series right now. This is not very good. But I'm also going to use this river as well. We're going to try and get a little shipping lane connected up too, because I think that would be really, really handy. At the minute, we're relying all the way down here, which there is just so many ships just like coming in and out right now. I'm not feeling it, guys. I'll be honest with you right now, I'm not feeling it. So we need another format to bring it in, which is how we'll import the majority of the wood into this area. So even though I don't know how this is going to go. Now, will there be lots of vehicles? Probably. So what I'll do then, we'll first start by placing down the shipping hub. Now, I can't place it down because there technically isn't a shipping line. So we're going to have to create our very own ship path. So if I bring it directly out, okay, water is required. Oh yeah, because of the game logic. Right, this is how it all kind of works. This actually might break my dam. We'll find out. We'll find out right now. But if I widen the brush a bit wider, that's too wide. Nope, not wide enough. Right, there we go. And if I bring that out here, I am now hoping, I'm probably going to cause some issues, that from there, okay, it's not wide enough. There to there. Water is required. Oh, okay. I got to wait for that to kind of settle. We'll wait for that to settle, guys, and we'll come back. But, getting back to over this point right now, we'll bring it down here. Right, like normal. And what we'll do, we'll get our big ships to kind of do like a little U-ey. Down to there if needs be. That would be kind of handy, wouldn't it? That would be kind of handy. And then off it goes. So while we wait for the rest of that stuff to kind of sort itself out, I'm going to implement now a little harbour just there. It's got trains, and I don't know why it would have trains on. I don't know whether we would need it or anything like that. But it is dropped down quite a bit, so we kind of have to play around with this. But yeah, we're going to try and see what we can create over here. So we have at the minute a big 4-lane highway style road that kind of comes all the way in. Now, if I keep to that, and we kind of, let me figure this out. Shall I base it off the entry point to this? Or should I do a roundabout? I think we'll do a roundabout. So if I just come off like here by 20, if I use the roundabout mod right now real quick, and we'll do a 2-lane road, 2-lane highway. We'll do a 2-lane highway. We'll do it by 60. Like that right there. And then we'll use this to implement then our approach to this road. So if I come off by Right, it's actually quite difficult to do this right now. So that's a 5. So if I come up by another 5 there. Right. And then if I do that then becomes a 12. So if I do a 5 by 5 bend. Oh, hold on. Delete you. I've got to do it in these little roads anyway. So 5 by 5 bend. 5 by 5 bend. And we'll anarchy this. Oh, I messed that up right at the last second. There we go. We've obviously got to flip one of them round. And then if we just kind of bend it back a bit, we got the little slip road V coming off. So then we'll bring this right down to in line. I mean, do you know what? Is that even in line? It is. It's just the actual elevation changes throw me off right there. So do that there, even though I've got to flip that one back around. And then if we use our kind of connections tool, I'm going to upgrade this anyway and mess about with it, but bam to bam. And what is going on here? Do I make him go a little bit further? Probably, yeah. We'll actually unhook it first. And we'll kind of turn it into a one-way road. So we'll keep it 2 lanes. That's fine. It would still do the job. And then if I flip this one back round. And then from here, if I brought it out by 4 there. Wait, is it actually aligned correct? Oh, I don't know. Okay, what did I bring it out by? I brought it out by a 10, didn't I? So this is basically a little bit different from what I would normally do. You know what? No, I don't think it is actually perfectly aligned. I think we are going slightly a little bit wonky right now. But that's okay. That's okay, because we can mess about with it. So is there no way in which I can get these guys connected? What type of connection have I got on right now? I have got on... Yeah, I've got the create connection. Is it just that small to create a connection? Alright, if I do a 5... Sorry, that's a 6. If I do a 3 by 3... And then a 4 by 3... So it's not perfect, but it will do the job. So I do a 3... Let me do it from this side. 4 by 3... 3 by 4. We'll take it. Like I said, it's not perfect, guys, but it will do the job. Alright. Alright. There we go. So, if I then upgrade this to being a part of the ground, and then we just simply align it like normal. So I choose here. Bam. Bam. You wouldn't know any difference. Apart from doing a little bit of terraining right now, you wouldn't know any difference. So then we'll run off, going in this direction. A 6 by a 6. Flip that round. Bend that in. Bend that in. Sweet, mate. It's the most awkward approach to a harbour I've ever seen in my life. Right, okay. And then we'll finally get connected this. So connection, bam. What's going on here? Wait, have I didn't even click. So bam to the bam, bam, bam. And we'll go to the maximum bend. So we kind of like play around with the spacing of it. So that's pretty standard, pretty sweet. We've got a train on there. I don't know whether we'll use it or not, but it's there in case we ever want to. Now, has that sorted out the water? I mean, I know the water is dropping down quite a bit. Do you know what? To be honest with you, I might not even be able to get this connected. Because of how high we are in the sky right now. Technically. Because we are technically very, very high. Water is required, apparently. So we might not even be able to get it up here, to be honest with you. Which is going to be quite shocking. It really is. So you can't get ships up here right now? Right, okay, let's play around with the elevation right now. So that is, terrain height is there. Bring it up a bit. Make it a bit higher. So so it's not as mad. Gonna smoothen the edges off here. We have water sources around here as well. We have a bunch of water sources right now, which is what is allowing us to control the flow. If that dam ever turns off, it's because we've broken this side over here. But to break it, obviously, I've had to do this because we need water. Now, I don't think I'm going to have the ability to bring a ship out of here, to be honest with you. Just because the elevation of the height changes, which is actually quite sad, isn't it? It is actually quite sad. But then at the same time, if I scrap the idea of bringing ships in and out, I could kind of create some form of train line connection to another shipping area here, which will ship it down. Then I still get to have my dream of a ship connection. Oh, man, the stuff I do, guys. The stuff I do right now to have an idea work. Right, drop you there. Which, I don't know, that's going to have a negative effect on us right now as well, isn't it? So I think I'll just kind of turn this back to how it was. So up here, going straight across. Because that was controlling the water height for this whole river. If I mess that up, then we're kind of screwed. We are kind of low-key screwed. But yeah, we'll keep it like that then. All good. So if I actually got the shipping lane kind of low-key or connected, so down to here, bend that round, so that's gonna kind of follow around. Ooh, this is interesting. It says over here right now, water is required. What do you mean water is now required? Because we can go under there, but we get to about here, and then it's game over. Is it because... Well, obviously, I'm about to say, is it because? We know what it's because of. Alright, get out of this mode. Wait, what? Right, I'm putting it to play. What's the ground saying here? Is it too low? What is the issue for me to have? Right, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to question it. I know we're currently missing the bridges connecting and whatnot. Listen, not going to question it right now, okay, guys? I'm not going to question it right now. Right, okay. Okay. Oh, man. Just when you thought you were creating something good, this actually thrown out a bunch of more issues than I originally had in the first place. So, let's sort this out then. So it's obviously, do we do a bridge, just elevated it? No, we got to do it as a bridge, right? And doing so obviously makes it go up and over really, really weirdly. But we'll fix it. We'll fix it, guys. We'll fix it. Don't worry. I'm a professional. I'm a trained professional right now. Right, does that do the same? It does. Now, I'm going to leave it like that and just have it in play mode just for the sake of it still being technically connected. Because we might have to go that high when the ships start passing underneath. Oh no, what has he done? Okay, so, roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. So, utilizing this roundabout, I'm going to come up from, I mean, it's hard to do because we're not technically connected to it, but 10. I'll do a nice little 10 by 10 bend. We'll push ourselves down this way. And I'll go for a nice little bend going up. Not bad. So from this then, we'll kind of start to create now a couple of straight bits poking out. And this is where we then start to get some of the structure of how a lot of our workman placement areas are going to be. Now, I think here we should try and... Now, I won't create a connection because we'll keep it all on the roundabouts. Keep it smooth and sweet. And I ain't going to go too over the top because I don't really know if this is going to work. I really don't know if it's going to work or not. So if I get the main building placed down here on the entry point, if I then zone this as the industrial area, which is surrounded by oil. So this could have been an oil industry. There we go. So forget all this. I'm looking at these type of buildings right now. So we're either producing the planed timber or the paper. So if I get a couple of pulp mill, are these pulp mills? Yeah. So if I get 4 of these bad boys, and then the wood plants, which are a little bit smaller. So I've got 4 of them. Obviously, we need some yards right now to store the wood chippings and whatnot. So if I, say, brought this road down a bit as well, and drop 2 in. So this is where we get in, or that's where we're storing the wood stuff. Now, it doesn't really make much sense. It really does not make any sense whatsoever to what we're actually now doing. 0 cents. Has your boy lost his mind? Yeah, I'm trying to build a forest industry in a desert. Like I said, makes no sense. Right, worker barracks is then. I'm going to drop like the odd 1 or 2 down. Just for the sake of it. Look, it's like it's all trained. Do you know what's kind of crazy? I just realized this. Because we're building in a desert, it defaults the kind of the buildings that are having palm trees. I didn't notice that before until now. I didn't notice it defaults to the biome in many ways. Now these guys are screaming out for Zodiac. We haven't got enough raw materials, which is understandable. So we're gonna have to import like crazy. Oh my goodness me! Have we caused flooding? Oh yeah, when we smoothing at the bottom of the bed, didn't we? Yeah. My bad, guys. My bad. Now we want to make it easy for the imports and exports, and we want to do that via using the ship. I don't know why we're using this ship. I just thought it would be like a cool little thing to add and get involved with. This could be the worst thing I've ever decided to do in all my life right now. Oh, what happened over here? There we go. Just killed off the whole town of Flood right there. So now then, we want to hook this up via a train. Now it can be done pretty simple, pretty easy, but it's going to be a little bit of a pain. Now I can't make it go under the road because we have this train line over here, which is kind of already sunken down. So what do we do instead? We make it go over the road. We'll make it go over, it will travel through here, and it will connect down to there. So, trains. We'll make the crossing happen here. So if I elevated this up by 10, make it go across, this is literally how it's going to work. So bring it across here by another 10. I think we'll go by another 10. I'll pause now because we've just demolished that. I'll do a 10 by 10 bend. And by doing a 10 by 10 bend, we'll come down to 4. 10 by 10. Come down to 0. And now we should be on the same level playing field. So to get a connection going this way, 21 is like that. On this way, 21 is like that. Now, is that enough for this to have the bends in both directions? It is. So, guys, that's kind of already done. That connection taking place right now is done. So that connects to the whole industrial line, which is really important. Now, theoretically, we should only be using this to import the goods to the forest industry, but the town of Flood, and even like Drought as well, and maybe even, you know, Last Chances and Fishtown, well, it's called Lost Spices, whatever it's called, we'll probably bring the goods up to here to ship it over to there, to then train it over to either out of the region or to cargo hub. So it could work really well, or this could be like a very, very bad idea. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided. So if I do a 10 by 10 and keeping it down to the ground, like that, and I'm gonna kind of bend it out like this, and then have that as the connection to it. There's not really much going on. I really want them to do it all via train. So we'll keep this train line then a ticking. So do I keep it elevated staying up? I mean, if I did, it will allow me to kind of bring it down in this direction. So if I brought this out by... There we go. 10-ish. If I do a 20 by 20 bend and then bringing it down to 10. So it's quite a dramatic approach, isn't it? And then, I mean, I don't know whether it's a good idea to keep the whole thing elevated. That's the difference. But I think we'll play around with the elevation change in just a moment. So, bam. 10 by 12, we'll go with that. It's shocking because it feels like this is now completely out of place, but you just got to roll with the punches, boys. You got to roll with the punches right now. And then give this the water that it requires. Give it a bit of power with a little wind turbine. And now, without doing anything additional, anything else, we are now technically connected. So can we import the... What's going on here right now? I have no idea what's going on with that. There we go. So can we now technically import the goods? Again, we still have nothing imported just yet, but we've now made it 10 times easier with having that set up. Now, it's probably going to cause a lot of pressure for this little Y junction, but we've got the train line set up perfectly where they'll just take it in turns to get to where they need to get to. Now, if I mess about with the alignment changes, right? So if I chose, for example, here, to, for example, there, and boom, it kind of sinks it down a bit, which we can, oh, yeah, undo that. Yo, that was, oh, I've done it again. There we go. Smoothing all this out here. At least that is not as mental as it once looked before. A bit bouncy in certain areas, but it will look good with the trains. So it's just a case now of waiting, right? We've now got to wait. Because this is going to take a while before it even starts implementing ships coming down this path. And we actually technically low-key can't even mess around with these bridges until I know the ships can clear it. So it's all about playing the waiting game, boys. Oh, what is that? That is a... Wait. A fast... Oh my goodness me, it's actually importing. It is actually importing wood. Which we knew it would. We knew it... Oh, great joke. We knew it would. But you get the point. Maybe we can run this industry based off importing all alone. We import wood from a different region. Oh! Interesting, Seniac. So this is going to go and bring in raw forest products. Amazing. These store the raw forest products, which will take a while. But it's actually importing goods. So we don't need to produce our own. It would be cheaper. You would make more money. But all I'm focusing on right now is making the paper and the plain timber to get all the other production buildings. So we kind of just want to... Oh, a train. A train is on the way. Now, this is not to say that it contains wood products, because it could just contain general commercial, equipment and goods that are going to be used to just kind of go to the towns in there and around it. which is an actual added benefit, really, because now we've technically got these guys a little bit closer to like any imports, exports, and all that kind of jazz. Here comes another train, but we just gotta wait for it to produce an actual ship. That's all we gotta wait for right now. And then we know it kind of works in a weird way. But that's all we know. That's all we know right now. So, I mean, at the same time, it could do the... Oh, I'd say it could do the opposite by creating a ship coming the opposite way. So right now, this has got the goods and it's producing paper. These two here got the goods and they're producing the planed timber. Lots of vehicles now on their way, which I'm hoping it will reduce the amount of vehicles coming in and out with these ships. But again, it's just a waiting game. It is a pure waiting game right now. I don't know what any of these contain wood. I don't know what a wood one looks like. I've completely forgot. My mind's gone blank. It's these, isn't it? Those ones carry wood. That one's got none on board anyway. But at least we know the ship. Wait, what's the shipping path like? Is it okay under the bridge? Hang on, before we go any further, because we actually now low-key know. Now that... Do you know what, to be honest with you? I think the original height of these is perfect. What are we saying? Yeah. The original heights are perfect. I don't know what that ship was doing underneath. Don't ask me, okay? Just don't even ask me right now. A ship. Why can't I select this ship? There we go. 20% full. So it works. They can send ships. Nice. And... they've all got products right now. No one's complaining about not enough goods. So it cost me 4,000 big ones to import the wood that we're currently using right now. Now we don't have any exports happening just yet, so it will be kind of interesting to see if we can balance the books. Is it possible to even make a profit? We know it's possible to run an industry right now via only importing goods to produce the goods that we want. Is it possible to run a profit doing this? I don't know. Ships are now crossing. Very good. Here comes another one. Another train. Another train. Another train. Trains for days. Trains for days. So for the first time ever, this river, which is kind of low-key flooding a little bit, is actually... it's actually being used by ships, by boats. We have something underwater. Now, I think this kind of recent flooding that we've got going on lately is an effect from all the land change we're making within the river itself. So it might take like a while for it to kind of settle itself down slightly. It might take a little bit of a while. But here we go. One ship now being unloaded. Oh, I see. Is that wood? No. Do you know, I don't know what a wood one looks like. Whether these are, I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one for me. Oh, another ship has been produced. 36% cargo. I don't know what's happening here. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's happening. But it's working. This ship is on its way back right now. Glorious. Good stuff. Very, very, very good stuff. I'll do as well a little bit of a path here. So we know we've got the train station nearby. But if I kind of just brought that across to there, so then the workers can like walk from flood all the way over to this area. Flood is living up to its name recently with the recent floods that are now kind of low-key happening. But in comes the ship. I don't know how much it's got on board in terms of raw forest products. We'll see as they come out. It's more just commercial products. This is the first one over here anyway, so it probably won't contain everything that we kind of low-key need. And I think that was all it was going to be. But another ship on its way. A couple more trains making their way over here. It's all pumping in the right direction. So guys, we need a name for it. Let me know in the comment section down below. But it's going to be interesting to see how this little miniature industry is going to progress. But if I can produce the goods, which 2,360 we just made in weekly profit, it's not enough to kind of see us through. If I look at it from this side. Okay, if I look at it from this side, we're actually making money off that industry, considering that we're importing and not even producing our own wood. Amazing. We'll see how this goes. Until next time, guys. I'll see you all soon. So good.